Now at 6, a new child care option for Joplin area families in need. Plus, Joplin crews face weather delays on a major road project, why a key intersection remains closed and what drivers need to know. And
students get a taste of what it's like to be in the medical field. I'm Lonnie Walton at MSSU. I'll have that story coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh police are investigating 2 incidents of shots fired on consecutive nights in the same neighborhood. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Both cases happened on Pittsburgh's West Hudson neighborhood, prompting police response both times, Friday and Saturday nights. Officers found bullet holes in vehicles and apartments near 202 and 219 West Hudson, but no one is hurt. Investigators collected multiple shell casings at the scene Friday and another casing Saturday night. Pittsburgh Police Department continues working to identify any suspects. Several highways across Oklahoma remain impacted by flooding or storm cleanup. In Ottawa County, State Highway 125 is still closed south of State Highway 10 near Miami, and 131 in Atoka County is also shut down. Drivers will also see lane restrictions on the US 70 Roosevelt Bridge over Lake Texacoma, with pilot cars guiding traffic through emergency repairs. Transportation officials urge motorists to never drive through flooded roads or around barricades. Utility work at the intersection of 20th Street and Country Club Drive in Joplin is running behind schedule due to the recent rain and storms. That area remains closed to through traffic while crews install a new water main ahead of a major road widening project. Local access can get through with soft closures in place on surrounding streets. Once complete, the $9.8 million project will expand 20th Street to 3 lanes and add a path for pedestrians and cyclists. Changes for Bourbon County, Kansas voters ahead of their next election in November. Last year, voters decided to expand the county commission from 3 to 5 districts, meaning the county redrew commission district lines, and polling locations in Redfield and Bronson are being eliminated. County Clerk's office will send postcards in late July detailing new district and polling place information. Still ahead in the redistricting, the commission will vote on term limits for districts 4 and 5 in coming weeks. For upcoming election updates and polling locations, visit KOAMnewsnow.com. Let's check in with Lindsay now for a first look at the weather.
Well, temperatures now dropping down into the low 80s, upper 70s. Overnight lows getting down to the upper 50s to low 60s. Now, we did have some stronger wind gusts earlier in the afternoon, but now you can see winds are dying down, about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds out of the northwest. Now, those winds are also going to shift overnight, so we're getting southerly winds moving out as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. We do still have a couple of flood warnings along our Neosho River out in Commerce and then up in Nevada, the Osage River. Those warnings will be in effect for the next couple of days, but we don't have any more rain chances, at least not until Thursday. We're going to have a beautiful looking night, temperatures dropping down to the low 60s, upper 50s, and then a very warm couple of days, near 90-degree temperatures both Tuesday and Wednesday. We've got rain showers returning on Thursday, and I'm going to have those details coming up.
See you soon. A ribbon cutting in Joplin marks the opening of a child care center, which could help remove barriers for people in recovery. KOAM Samantha Walker learned how an area nonprofit is working to address a critical child care need.
Lafayette House in Joplin is a nonprofit helping those who have experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, and substance use disorders. Through working with their clients, staff saw where there was a need.
Oftentimes people who are escaping domestic or sexual violence, the fear is there's a lot of control around the children. If you leave me, you won't be able to see our children, those kind of things. So there's a lot of those threats used. We want to make sure that anyone who's escaping those situations, they know that they have the availability of childcare, that children will be cared for, they'll be in a safe space.
The organization is opening Second Steps, a child care center for children aged 6 weeks to 5 years. A lack of affordable child care is an issue felt across the nation, especially in Missouri. According to a recently published report from researchers at the University of Missouri, child care gaps cost Missouri on average more than $1 billion a year.
these families do need to know that they have a safe place, safe, healthy place where their children are being taken care of, so that they can do what they need to do, whether it be work or seek services with Lafayette House or that type of thing. They need to know that they're leaving their child someplace safe.
The center is open to both Lafayette House clients and community families who may be eligible for child care assistance programs. They're welcoming enrollment and currently have quite a few openings for families in need.
It's been a struggle for our staff to make sure that we have child care for our clients. It's a great need, and we wanted to make sure that we addressed it.
Those interested are encouraged to reach out directly to the Lafayette House. Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Going to be an open house for Second Steps tomorrow. It's going to be from 4:30 to 6:30. Families currently enrolled or interested in enrolling are encouraged to visit. The Summer Reading Challenge is underway at the Carthage Library, encouraging kids to keep reading while school's out. Participants track their reading time to earn prizes and drawing entries. Free programs run all summer, including story time, art, robotics, and discovery days with hands-on activities. The goal is to help kids avoid the summer slide and drop in skills over break and give families a fun, safe place to learn together.
It's always warms my heart when a family will come in and they'll say, "We never knew the library had this much to offer." And when the babies are crying because it's time to leave, that just tells me that they're going to want to come back. And so, it's just such a heartwarming experience.
The public Carthage Library is packed with free programs all summer long, from Storytime and Art Club to cooking and classes, robotics, and even discovery days with water tables and magnetic play. Coming up, local students get a hands-on look at science in action. How one summer academy is turning classroom lessons into real-world careers. Plus, higher electric bills start this month in Miami. Why city officials say the rate hikes are needed and where the money's going.
On KOAM TV.
Some middle school students are at MSSU to learn all about science-related careers at the Science to Jobs Summer Academy. As KOAM's Lonnie Walton reports, the goal is to spark curiosity about science-related fields from mathematics to healthcare.
I spoke to Susan, who says her parents told her if she wants to be in the medical field, it comes with a huge price: hard work.
Get to see what's it like to put in a needle.
Elise Torria is a middle school student. She says through personal experience, she wants to work in the healthcare industry someday.
My parents have always been like the type to always encourage you to do what you think is best for yourself, but to not also be kind.
Being kind is needed in the healthcare field, but first you must learn the material. Susan Hall from MSU says that's what kids are doing at the Science to Jobs Summer Academy.
We're learning about our anatomage tables, which are electronic cadaver tables. They have access to learn about x-rays and kinesiology.
And the technology is a plus, according to Sherry Whiteman, an associate professor of health science.
Friendly and fun and easier to understand, because it's really hard to learn about a three-dimensional structure from a paper.
It's very helpful because I get to experience it while not actually causing trouble to another person.
Wyman says events like these can help change minds about what different jobs do.
I don't know, people get the icks sometimes, right, from thinking about anatomy, and it doesn't have to be that, right? It can be really engaging.
Elise says her parents will always continue to support her,
making me push myself to limits, but not pushing me too far.
And hopefully Joplin gives birth to another medical professional. Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
That event continues tomorrow with a total of 164 students attending. A major electric rate change is hitting Miami utility customers, and it starts this month. The Miami Special Utility Authority approves a 3-year electric rate increase to keep pace, they say, with rising power costs from the Grand River Dam Authority. Starting this month, customers pay 12% more, with potential rises coming again in 2026 and 2027. City says the rate plan supports $28 million in capital projects, including smart meters and substation upgrades. The city manager, Tyler Klein, says these improvements keep the system modern and attractive for business growth. A little bit later, Pitt State will face a football rival at a neutral site this season.
And we have a warm up in the forecast. I'm going to have those details coming up. Well, today was a really nice day and a much needed change from what we've been experiencing all weekend and last week. You can see downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We've got mostly clear skies as we head through this evening. Do have a couple of flood warnings that are still in effect along the Neosho River near Commerce and into Miami, and then up in Nevada on the Osage River. Now those are in effect for the next couple of days, but we don't have any more rain chances until Thursday. So we do get a little bit of a break to dry out before we start to see more rain moving in later in the week. Now, right now, currently temperatures are in the lower 80s, getting into the upper 70s. We are still seeing some winds gusting 15 to 20, maybe pushing up to 25 miles per hour, but all of those winds are going to die down overnight and start to shift to bring us some southerly winds as we see temperatures start to rise as we get into Tuesday. Mid to upper 80s with the high by 85 to 86 degrees on Tuesday. And again, sunny skies all evening or all day tomorrow as well into Wednesday. Now, we start Wednesday off in the mid 60s, which is going to be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than how we're going to start off Tuesday morning. Then getting into Wednesday afternoon, again, upper 80s, near 90 in some areas. Chanute up to 88, Independence, Yotoche 85, 86. Most of us are in the 85 to 88 degree range. We got those southerly winds that stick around all the way through Thursday, but we do have more rain chances coming Thursday afternoon. You can see temperatures start off in the upper 60s, so a pretty nice start to Thursday, and then we're only getting up to the lower 80s because those rain showers start to push in. Now, again, by early afternoon, starting to see some of these lighter showers pushing into the area, especially along our western border. Could see some heavier rain portions of the day, but really not expecting any type of severe threat, maybe even not even seeing thunderstorms. Could get some thunder showers throughout the day on Thursday, but it all clears out by Thursday evening. Rain does return again on Friday, again during the day. Lighter showers, might get some isolated thunderstorms pushed in there as well by mid-afternoon to late afternoon, so it's about 6:30 Friday. Then it clears out again overnight. More rain does return again on Saturday, so we are having just recurring chances of rain through the rest of the week and into the weekend. We're only seeing about 1/10 of an inch to an inch of rain for most of us, but you can see out there in Kansas and Oklahoma possibly seeing up to 1.5 inches, but that's over the entire weekend. Not expecting a ton of rain accumulation on just one day in particular, which is a good thing because we have had so much rain accumulation over the last weekend and last week, so any additional rainfall could cause more flooding risks for the 4 states. Now that all clears out by Sunday morning, and then you can see temperatures are warming back up into the upper 80s, near 90 on the following Monday, and mid to upper 80s for the rest of the week. So it's going to look really nice once we get into next week, starting to see the June weather actually kind of sticking around.
Some of that juice maybe evaporate from the lawns and the fields and the gardens.
Nice. No more mud.
That'd be nice. Still had several Carl Junction Bulldogs receive all conference honors in baseball. And Pitt State football's rivalry with Northwest Missouri is going to return to Kansas City. John Dales has those stories and more for us coming up next in sports.
We are 80 days away from Pittsburgh State football's 2025 season opener with the defending national champion Ferris State. Now this afternoon, the PSU Athletic Department announces an exciting change to the Gorillas' schedule for a little bit later in the fall. According to a press release from Pitt State Athletics, the Gorillas' football rivalry with Northwest Missouri is returning to Kansas City. The Bearcats and Gorillas will square off at Children's Mercy Park, the home stadium for Sporting KC, for both their 2025 and 2026 matchups. Now these two are of course no stranger to the area. From 2002 until 2019, PSU and Northwest played 13 games against each other at Arrowhead Stadium, the most recent being a 21-point Bearcat victory in 2019. This will be the first time they play at Mercy Park, which did host the Division II National Championship 4 times from 2014 to 2017. This year's game between the Gorillas and Bearcats is scheduled for November 15th. That's the regular season finale for both teams. Switching gears to high school baseball, the Ozark Mountain Conference is one of the last in our area to release all league honors. As you see on your screen right now, Carl Junction very well represented on these all-conference teams. All the listed names are from CJ. That includes Conference MVP Cooper Vidix, Co-Offensive Player of the Year Brody Pant. He shares that award with Cash Clark from Logan Rogersville, and OMC Pitcher of the Year Deacon Endicott. All three of them are juniors. Another junior, Braden Larry, is on the first team all-conference. A couple of seniors, Wyatt McAfee and Braxton Jones, are on the second team, and a fellow senior, Aiden Strait, gets an honorable mention. In Major League Baseball, the Cardinals just took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers over the weekend at home. They remain in St. Louis tonight, and the Cardinals and Blue Jays begin a 3-game series. These two are in pretty similar spots right now. The Cards are 36-29. Blue Jays are 35-30. Right now that has them in a 3-way tie with the Rays and Twins for the American League wild card. First pitch at Busch Stadium about 20 minutes away. Andre Palante is the expected starting pitcher for the Redbirds. Closing things out with a look at pro basketball, the NBA Finals are now tied at 1 game apiece after Oklahoma City's emphatic victory over the Pacers last night. The Thunder take Game 2 by a final score of 123-107. OKC looked in charge for most, if not all, of this one, but that was also the case in Game 1 until the fourth quarter when the Pacers erased a 15-point deficit to win in regulation. With the series headed to Indianapolis, the Thunder are stressing the importance of staying focused because the Pacers can attack them in so many different ways.
Last game, they had a lot of guys in double figures. That's what makes them dangerous. The same way that we have like Aaron Wiggins and guys that don't play that can come in at any moment, they have kind of the same thing going for them. So we just got to understand that.
It goes without saying, like, to make it this far into the season, it's going to take supreme level of focus to reach the ultimate goal. And they're a display of that to the highest form. Like, they play a full 48 minutes, and you can't just throw the first punch. You got to try to throw all the punches all night.
2 pretty evenly matched teams so far, and looking forward to Wednesday night.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing Pitt State and Northwest play again in Kansas City.
That should be fun, yeah.
I think both teams have an awful lot of alumni and fans in KC, so it's convenient for those fans.
Yeah.
And it's a nice change of pace for the people who live in
That's
their
right,
respective towns. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Towns in southwest Missouri are securing their water future with a new plan that includes Stockton Lake. Plus, when the Neosho River floods, catfish seem to come alive, and so does the community spirit. We're going to take you fishing. And shaved ice and baseball bring the community together to support a local family fighting breast cancer. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The temps looking up.
Yes, they are. We're getting into the upper 80s over the next couple of days, and we finally see the sunshine returning after today. It was a beautiful day. We do have rain chances kicking back up on Thursday.
So we can dry out a bit at least before then.
Definitely.
Final sports note.
The Nevada Griffins doubleheader for tonight gets postponed because of bad field conditions up in Nevada, so they have the night off. They play again Wednesday on the road.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.